my job to make the tangents.
I'm Avery, the most important!
Both of them have food in their mouth.
Die from alcohol poisoning, you fools!
This should be the priority, man.
So I put up a poll for this. This is not a pre-show, this is just me leading into it. This is in epilogue of pre-show. So, I put up that SAS poll very briefly and then took it back down because I needed to re-edit the video. But, when it said, a whole bunch of people said no to the pre-show, and I asked, what should Isaac's punishment be? Some person wrote, and I quote, a pat on the back. So, congratulations, Isaac. We all get to pat him on the back very, very hard. A pat on the back!
No! So, yeah, we have a guest.
5-starred!
Yeah, so, another note, we have a guest here today. This is our friend Steven.
Hello.
Yes, that's Steven.
Yep, that's Steven, and he's known to be very strong, so that's why when Isaac said no, Steven was standing there, arms crossed, ready to smack him, and Isaac's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no, and then you probably also heard the new theme song we have for the podcast.
Yeah, which we just put in front of this, but these people probably haven't heard it all.
I have.
No, I haven't.
I've
I'm
heard
new
it.
here. I'm a new guy.
Steven didn't hear, but Dylan did.
Okay.
Yeah. We were talking about it before you even knew it had existed.
Yeah.
Well, I managed to get some internet while going to like a lot of tourist things while I was in France.
Wait, yeah, so first topic, what we did so far in the summer.
So
and
yeah,
now, Avery, you can continue your tangent because you were in France.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I went to France. Hello. France. To visit relatives, specifically to Alsace in France, which is right near Germany. Great place.
And it was actually taken over by the Germans at the end of the 19th century.
It's very interesting. The people in the last 40 years, there's a whole bunch of wonderful Holocaust museums generated because it's right next to one of the earliest extermination camps, which I went to the previous time I'd been to France. Very interesting place, a beautiful museum there as well, which is facing the memorial. But actually, those people in Alsace changed their nationality, I believe, about 4 times within one generation. So it became a huge thing of that. What are we? Are we French? Are we German? A lot of the people who were originally French there ended up dying from famine, and it was actually repopulated with Germans and Italians. But that was before that Germany actually took over. So when Germany took over, they considered themselves French, and it was this huge thing. Oh, and there goes the dog. Well,
back.
It's
not a podcast unless the dog goes.
Yeah. So it's very interesting stuff. There's this really cool, like the museum was all like when it was going through kind of what happened with it. The area, it was so cool. Like there's a lot of big dioramas. So they had like a war zone area where you're walking above in a trencher. They have like a lot of lights and sounds. It was so cool. And I think the cool piece, they have like all these war posters and other things as well, was there's a part where you're walking down a hallway and it shows the French flag up top and it's all being lit up. But slowly the French flag turns into the Nazi flag, Nazi Germany flag, and the light above it gets like red, and like you hear like the marching troops, and it's actually like it's kind of scary to look at. It's pretty crazy. You walk, it was really cool.
I just imagine like staring up at a flag turns into the German Nazi flag. You're just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen now?
Oh shit, I wonder what will happen after World War II. How will it end?
Yeah. But off of Avery, what you just said, how you went to France, I was actually also in Europe up until a few days ago. I started my travels in Rome and moved my way up through Rome, Florence, Venice, Paris, Brussels, then ended in London. It was really fun, but really different as well. I'm still getting used to how different traffic is in Europe and in Canada, because I was walking to the subway station near my house and I just forgot to stop for the cars. Because pedestrians have the right of way in Europe. Like, you can walk anywhere and they have to stop for you. But in Canada, that's not always the case.
Because in Canada, it's more car-oriented.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you enough about all this stuff, because we were in Paris for about a week and a bit as well. And I tell you, man, the subway They're extending it more. They already have about 2 automated lines, alright? They have so many of them, it covers the entire city. You can walk 2 blocks, you'll almost always find an entrance to the metro. You can get from anywhere to anywhere, you don't need a car or anything. And they're making more automated ones, and they're extending them further outside the city. And that's just regular metro.
See, I didn't get it. Well, I could have had chances to go on the metro, but I didn't because my hotel was really close to everything we wanted to go visit. And also we could have used the walking since we were eating quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So... I think just spending the extra half hour walking anywhere in Paris was also just as good because it's such a beautiful city.
Well,
It's really
no
nice.
doubt. I mean, if you're gonna walk anywhere, why not?
I feel
Yeah.
so sheltered around you, Free.
Yeah, no, it's
Thanks.
Oh, I've never been to Europe myself. Well, when I went to Egypt back in grade 8,
This is what we did this summer.
I know, but I'm just saying that we did stop. We stopped in Europe for like an hour, and that's it. That's not my experience in Europe. So
I've only left the city once, and I was going to go like to Quebec City for 2 weeks, and that's it. Great. You guys make me feel so great about myself. Besides that, I've been in Toronto for like my entire life.
I mean, I was traveling even before I was like conscious. I was born in Montreal, and then my parents brought me over here, so
yeah.
I always have that. That's at least I always traveled once, even if I never moved again.
Isaac, do you have duct tape?
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Why not?
I don't know.
So
Because of arbitrary false threat.
on a recording.
Yeah.
Or protected by the People's Association of People.
Yeah, if it doesn't. Whatever.
People United will protect me.
So my turn, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What you did this summer.
So far, I've been doing a Shakespeare performance, basically all month of July. And whatever chance I got, I was either recording or I was practicing Team Fortress 2 when it actually worked for me because Team Fortress 2 was broken for me for 2
Fix
weeks.
your game, Valve.
Yes, and I did the video on that.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it
Um,
while I was in Rome.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
But basically, we have the 3v3 coming up soon, which was supposed to be last week. Now it's not going to be happening for... It might happen this week, or it's going to happen, like, another 10 days past, like, Friday. Because basically, me and Avery are going to be going away for 10 days together.
Well, we'll still be uploading. We'll have uploads on the schedule thing, and we'll be making some there. So don't
Yeah.
worry. There's not gonna be a drop in content.
No, we're gonna be hopefully being able to vlog while we're down there. So when we come back and try,
And we should have a special actually with our.
Oh yes,
we
we're
should have a kind of little special-y thing come up with
Yeah.
a couple of Dylan's cousins and cousins' friends.
Yes.
You know, up in the country, it's all
Yeah.
about your cousins.
Yeah.
Your cousins and your
well,
country.
basically we're going to like
so it's
remote.
the same as North
Wait.
Carolina.
Country cousins.
If I recall correctly, when you're doing your Taming of the Shrew play, which he forgot to mention was Taming of the Shrew, not just Shakespeare,
Yeah.
you were beating people with a dress.
Yes. Well, basically
With
for
a what?
A dress.
A dress.
I'll show you the
It
video
was
later.
Like some sort of
Link in the
demonstration.
description.
Yeah, sure. We'll link in the description if we
No,
remember to.
what people don't realize, there's annotations. We just link the entire
I
Okay.
realize
screen.
every time I say link in the description, I never put it in.
You're terrible at editing this. I realize.
Yeah, it's
There's so
terrible.
many times we've said, "Oh, we'll cut that out." Isaac, cut that out.
Isaac.
And you'll be like, "Yeah, I'll cut that out." You never cut that out. What kind of editing do you do? Why?
I sit there, raise the volume, and export
And
it.
just shove it into YouTube. Take my.
He like badly He like puts out in GIMP, photoshops like Knights of the Round Table over it, and then it's like, "Lol,
Wait,
I'm
no,
done."
wait. It's on a GIMP or he is a GIMP?
No, the editing software.
Isaac.
No, I find whenever I say link in the description, it really just means find it yourself.
Well, they won't be able to find this video unless we link them because it's my mom uploaded it
Yeah.
on her channel. Well, not even her channel, just the channel she
Your
does.
mom has a channel now?
She just watches stuff and comments on stuff. That's it.
Oh, so she has an account, not a channel.
Basically.
Your mom also mentioned when I was over at your house, she noticed one thing about the podcast. You can go to any time mark and wait 10 seconds, you'll hear Avery say something.
Yeah. You always hear something.
I'm not gonna put that down. I am the driving force in this podcast.
Where is-
I'm Avery. I'm the most important.
I need the duct tape, please. Come on, we need to change this trash.
I don't even have duct tape here. We have Scotch tape. Do you want Scotch tape? That's not gonna work very well.
Oh, you just closed it on the plant.
Oh, shite.
Yeah, so basically,
work for
anyways,
different
back to my
contribution.
Shakespeare performance. We had 4 plays that we're doing about the theme woman abused in the household. So we did 4 different plays. We did Romeo and Juliet, we did A Winter's Tale, Taming of the Shrew, and King Lear. And basically, our half was amazing, and we just basically compiled up these 4 scenes. We were all doing some part in the scene, whether we were doing like the drum beat behind the stage, or if we were actually acting in it, if we were
You're
background,
lucky, I
whichever.
forgot my tape today.
So
Steven brings duct tape everywhere, right? This is
I have like,
That-
dude, my bag's like Inspector Gadget in bag form.
Inspector Gadget.
All right. You want to finish what you were saying? Or?
Anyways, yeah. So we'll try to hopefully remember to put that in there.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Will Isaac.
Okay.
Hey, I forgot my USB key, so you might have to upload this one.
I'll send it to you.
Damn it!
We have something called the internet. If only we'd lived 20 years ago, then maybe.
In 1980.
20 years ago, this mic wouldn't exist.
Yeah, that mic wouldn't exist, man. Neither would your computer system.
Nor would you.
Nor Windows 7 or 8.
Nor you would you. Nor would you. 10 years ago, it would be 19.
How do you know?
What, did you spontaneously become older than 20?
Dude, I'm Chinese. I got like a million clothes back at home.
What the hell does that mean?
All right.
Summer?
Oh god, you guys really want to know my summer?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, you can water it down.
Okay.
Just water it down for the viewers.
Watered down,
listeners.
I
No,
live
they're
a-
viewers, Isaac. It says views, does not say listens.
You guys tell me how I'm supposed to water this down. This is
Um,
pretty
okay,
heavy
let's
stuff.
skip. You want to skip over it, or do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to just tell about being the
Well,
camp counselor guy, or?
Alright, for your viewer
Yes.
entertainment, I am, well, let's just say, I live on my own, and I am the same age as our great hosts Avery, Dylan, and maybe Isaac. Are you a host
Yeah.
here? I don't know,
We're
you guys
all
invited
we're
me.
all a big happy family.
Oh,
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Isaac was the same as me. He just came and vented occasionally, and he was just like, a side character.
Yeah.
But anyway, I live on my own. I'm essentially a homeless youth, and I spent my summer just coping with the fact that I was living on my own. So, if there's a couple of hints I can give you, if you do ever become homeless, first thing you do is look for a shelter. You do not stay on the streets for a month, because may I go over my brief escapades? You'll be hunted down by drug dealers. You'll be mugged. You will have your face beaten in, and more than likely, you'll have 3 drunk people throw you out a window, just because they thought it was fun.
Oh.
Good times. Oh, besides that was the first 2 weeks of my July of summer. Because remember, guys, you guys keep on referring to this as "How was your summer?" The summer hasn't ended, guys. We still have a month left.
Well,
Okay, so you've put anything we've just said, like, to shame. Okay, so, you know what, just Isaac, edit the podcast, so everything we said before, like, just edit all of our things saying,
Well, we
my
need to
summer
add
was
some-
nothing.
You know, you mean, or you can add some more doom and gloom and drama to it.
Yeah, no, I
It's all
think-
cool.
I mean,
I got into a car crash, there you go, sensationalism.
I
I've been
had,
hit by 2 cars,
Okay, fine, what?
and he's
and
in
one
a,
was a Dodge Caravan.
oh God.
You know the irony behind being hit by a Dodge Caravan?
just the name itself is ironic.
Dodge! Congratulations.
I almost got hit by a bus in London. Yeah, that
Well,
was-
I'm gonna let Steven beat this as well.
And, okay,
Okay.
just so I can dumb down my summer, for the second 2 weeks, I spent it at Willow Grove Summer Camp. Wonderful camp, wonderful children. The only problem is it pays $2.50, 57 cents an hour.
Which is incredibly fucking illegal.
Hey, they're a Christian-funded organization. Don't blame me.
And they're giving you shelter, right? So.
No, I live at a shelter.
Yeah.
Which shelter I will not disclose because I don't know who listens to this podcast.
Yes.
The other thing that I'm gonna let Steven beat me again. Beat me like he just beat Avery's car crash. I need
One-upping guy. It's
Yeah,
called
the
one-upping.
one-upping. Okay, yeah.
Or one-downing. I'm not sure.
No,
Okay.
one upping.
Sure.
One up.
Well,
Sure, I don't think I'm in a greater position than you guys.
For shaming.
I need surgery in my left knee because I have a torn cartilage. Well, that's what the doctor said. I'm gonna get an MRI scan soon.
MRI.
MRI scan soon. So, yeah.
Medical assistant.
Boo!
And now let's let the one up happen.
Wait. Okay, what are we talking about? The fact that I've been knifed before or something?
Sure.
So do you want to end this depressing section of the podcast?
Okay, any time I get brought up, the entire mood will change from like comedy to tragedy, like immediately. I'm sorry.
This is the Shakespearean podcast, guys. guys.
Yeah, Shakespearean.
This is the Shakespearean podcast?
I feel like when
Yeah, how come we don't have a Shakespeare books in front of us? I mean, we got a poetry book and Scientific American Mind.
Thus
And
have I
it's December
politically-
2012 edition of all things.
December 2012. What's the main article? How the world will end?
Think like a genius.
How will the world end? Think like a genius.
Okay, so I suppose we can cut that one off.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to raise a gifted child. Gifted in which way?
It's a gifted dancer.
No, I go to a school full of gifted children. Like, gifted as in academically gifted.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's actually one thing. That's the same for Harrison, actually. Like, it's like super, like, you have to be super.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
It's
also
not
one of the.
smart, it's the way you think.
Well,
These are dumb.
No.
We
I'm
call
saying
them-
like that's a lot of that. But see, the thing is, Harrison is probably one of the smartest people I know. But the fact that when I'm talking to him and he's like, nah, compared to these people, like I don't like. He's like, there are people who are way smarter than me. That makes me scared
Okay.
of how
Let me just put it out there.
much work.
Gifted is not your actual IQ intelligence level. It's
I know
the way
it's-
you think.
Yeah.
I know
You do
there
the
was a gifted test.
psychoanalysis.
It's like I actually would have taken it. I had a whole bunch. All my friends in elementary school were gifted, and they all told me to take the test as well. And I said, oh sure, I'll take it next year. And they said basically it's just how you think. Just like they ask you to basically do a whole bunch of puzzles, a little bit of stuff, and you got like visual stuff. You just answer it, and basically they find how creatively you think and that stuff. And so like, oh, that sounds great. And so go next year. Closed. Last year. elementary
Over at
school
my
was
school, which is by the way Northern Secondary School, we don't even call them gifted anymore. Because they're also part of special ed, and normally when you're special ed, generally there is
Wait,
you have a
special
learning-
ed gifted? Shouldn't those two like nullify?
No. Special. There's special ed, and gifted is a status within special ed. So
A gifted special education student.
that's why we call them giftards.
Yeah.
Isaac was like, yeah, good
Yeah.
time.
No, I know a few people who are in that program. So.
See, that just confuses me.
And I'm taking gifted sciences right now. So I mean, I go to school with all these freaks. They're not freaks actually. I just call them like that, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Well,
all...
with the exception of a guy named Sean Boyle. I'm sorry.
Shout out there. There you go.
Okay,
Because you probably listen to this podcast, like.
probably.
Um,
Well, I was talking to one of my friends from the production, and she said her brother might watch us, and I was just like, weird.
You know what? I feel kind of odd. I feel like, even though I'm just a homeless kid, but I just feel like, it's something you shouldn't be talking, especially on the air. So I just felt like, that issue of Spider-Man in which he just told his entire identity to the rest of the world. Which
you-
sounds kind of stupid. And then, his family gets destroyed right afterwards.
I didn't see the third
Well,
movie.
I think you should be fine.
It's a
As
comic issue. They did not
as our-
movie.
Oh, okay.
As our viewership is maybe at maximum, we've gotten 300, 400 views for
Oh,
our first
Christ.
podcast.
No,
What
200.
did I sign up for?
Well, the other thing with YouTube at the time, if you have your video up on the channel, and it played automatically, then every time someone logged onto the channel, it would also count as a view.
Oh yeah, I
Now
like
that
to
doesn't
put
happen
out
anymore,
there.
so.
I just want to put out there that just because somebody's homeless does not mean that they're stupid. Because
No,
I know a
They've
couple of
fallen
people.
on hard times.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of bad luck.
Yeah. Well, see, that's also a thing of being a teenager because you can be kicked out of the house.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah, just to let you know, also, when you find out that you're homeless, avoid Church Street because you get hit on by more gay people than straight people there all the time.
Also, something funny
I
is
mean,
half these people are from America, so they have no idea what we're talking about half the time.
most of these guys are from America.
Our
Well, we have
viewers.
a lot of viewers from America.
got American viewership.
And we make
God
fun
bless-
of them.
God
all
bless
the time.
America. Stars and Straps forever. I was actually surprised to hear. I was listening to a couple other podcasts. I've been listening to almost the summer. I've been listening to the Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington podcasts. Oh my gosh, they are so funny.
Mhm.
This Carl Pilkington.
The last thing I watched on it was that Rick Mercer thing with what's his face, Mr. Provocative. What's his name? Mr. Fick, right? Robin Fick.
I did not watch Rick Mercer.
I was saying the guy who tries to imitate his kind of like rants.
Well, no, I watched this old stuff. I don't watch TV anymore, man. I'm on my computer almost.
Do you
all the
think I
time.
do?
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't
up.
have that option.
Shut up.
Okay, on the next on the topic list, because Avery has just sitting there, we want to do channel maintenance, so Isaac, you go ahead with this.
Okay, so I set up a subreddit for Supreme Awesome Show, I'd say about a few weeks ago. And this is just going to be basically a place where you can submit topics for this podcast. Anything you want us to go over, any games you want us to try. If you have anything you want to like show us, it's just a place where it's just an open community where you can show it to anyone, the fans and us. I'm going to be on there a lot. Probably Dylan and Avery will probably get on there, and we'll try to get.
I have a Reddit now, so
I'll learn how to Reddit.
Yeah, we'll eventually get everyone in Supreme Awesome Show to just start looking at these. We'll have question and answer periods. It's just going to be a place for you guys to just talk to us. So when I say
to interrupt. It'll be a hell of a lot easier than trying to go through the fan server thing. Okay, just letting you know the whole crew fan server. It'll be a lot easier if you honestly get a response from us. Is going on that subreddit.
Yeah,
it'll be a lot easier.
So when I say link in the description, I'm actually being sincere about that. I'm gonna actually put the link in the description this time.
We can put it in the channel as well. I think there's a sidebar for
Yeah,
it.
also on the new
It'll also be on
YouTube
the
layout, there's little buttons at the bottom right hand of our banner. So there we'll probably have a link to a little box that says Reddit, and you click the button and you go to our Reddit.
Yeah.
So it'll be all over the place.
Alright, so that all we have to say channel maintenance wise? I mean,
Do you want to bring up
channel maintenance, we need to remind Isaac to put in the links.
Yeah, learn to annotate.
Actually, I don't think that's channel maintenance. I just think that's staff maintenance.
Yeah, no, that's just. I'm probably gonna be fired if I don't do it this time.
Probably just put sticky notes on your head.
Yeah. Wakes up in the morning. Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to do last night. So Avery, I didn't cover your channel as much as what you want to do. So do you want to bring up like what you want to?
No, I don't need to. I don't need to plug my channel. That's fine. I mean, I'm doing analysis videos. I'll probably be posting this like a link for it or something on my other one. I'm gonna be putting up my Portal 2 feminist analysis video soon, which is going to be kind of fun because I'm working on that. I have the entire audio for that, and I had about the first half of the video all, with the video act part of it done. But then, of course, because that was all on my rental computer, and it didn't go in the backup from my rental computer to my new computer, I don't have that on my computer. So, goddamn, man! Jeez. So yeah, I have to re-edit that, but that's going to be a 3-part series. I'm going to talk about Portal through a feminist analysis. I'm going to go through the whole Promethean allegory, and then I'm just going to go through extra fan theories and interesting little tidbits that reside in it. Even though Portal 2 is an old game, at least the Portal franchise, it's still teeming with a lot of stuff. It's just incredibly
Wait, just
well
wondering,
done.
did Gabe Newell learn how to count to 3? I haven't caught up on that. Like, I heard Half-Life 3 was something coming out.
No.
Half-Life 3 is not... There are 4 of us here, but there is only one podcast. 4 minus 1 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
No, it's just been like a whole lot of fan speculation. Like someone would see like a 3 in the corner of the Steam sale, and they're like, "That means Half-Life 3 is gonna come out next week, guys."
It never did.
No, it
Probably
So
won't.
Gabe still doesn't know how to count to 3.
If anything, we have learned that they were planning a Half-Life Episode 3 a little while ago, but they ended up canceling it because they wanted to go... What they're doing right now is that they're actually remaking the Source Engine. This is confirmed. They are remaking the Source Engine, which is kind of big because, it's usable for almost anything, so they're redoing it. And also, as everyone here has heard about the Steam box, most people will be thinking that they'll probably coincide that with the release of the Steam box because, hey, what'll get you more sales than anything? You say Half-Life 3 will come out with the Steam box. Everyone and their mother will buy Half-Life 3 and a Steam box.
And their dog. You forgot about their dogs.
I think
Their
they
dogs
probably
love Half-Life.
announce it when they probably announce that it's going to happen when they finally release the Steam box. It's not
More
going
than
to be.
likely, will also resurrect the dead.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's one problem I have to bring up about that, though. It's that we're entering Duke Nukem Forever territory. Oh, great, the phone's so unprofessional.
We're a professional.
Yeah.
Oh,
Professionalism.
keep talking,
We're
I gotta
suffering
take this.
technical
okay.
difficulties.
So, in regards to the Steam box and Half-Life 3, any hopes for new games like
Right, when we
third
talk
person?
about Duke Nukem territory,
Yeah.
Well-
What Avery was going to go into that is because Duke Nukem Forever was delayed for 14 years.
oh god.
When it finally was released, it was this big deal. Everyone was really excited for it, and it was supposed to be one of the biggest letdowns of all time because there were still glitches everywhere. The story wasn't well thought out. Duke Nukem just became a cliche of himself. Like it was nothing. Like people had expected this massive, glorious game. We'd seen screenshots throughout from years. Like with some games would have like a few screenshots at the end of them, and you'd want to play this game even more. But then it came out and it was.
It's a total fire.
Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever was the biggest failure ever.
I'm glad I never even liked the character.
Um,
oh no, okay,
I-
okay. No, I mean, excuse me, folks. I only know the modern interpretation, which is Duke Nukem Forever. So I will have to watch all the old Duke Nukem.
I can actually tell you quite blatantly that the big one that Duke Nukem Forever actually, is taking after, which was Duke Nukem 3D or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
it was kind of.
that one was better.
It was that. Well,
That-
that's the
that-
one. I would tell you that one is basically based off of the other one. The new one is essentially a entire redo of the original one. That's essentially what it is.
Well, from my perspective, which is kind of minimal because I don't know what much is going on. I'm stuck in
Yeah, I'm
I'm
the
stuck in the
same realm.
1500s right now after doing Shakespeare for a month. So
Isn't it
from what I
1600s?
gather, from what
1500s.
Yeah, he's Renaissance poets.
so with the concept of them possibly releasing a Half-Life 3, one game I would like to see would be a Portal 3.
I want another Portal game. So, or, this
If
is actually.
David can count to free.
I will tell you. I will tell you right
You know
now.
what they do want?
I will tell you right now what my biggest hope is. It might not happen, but this is the biggest speculation because of an earlier thing that happened earlier in Portal 2's development. What was supposed to happen is that you're in bed, your shell, but Wheatley wakes you up. But what his original dialogue was supposed to be was, a man with a briefcase was just here to see you, all right? And a man with a briefcase is just here to see you clearly means the G-Man, all right? Like, there's no other, like, a man in a suit and with a briefcase. Like, everyone else is dead. You kind of know that in Aperture. But the G-Man is the guy who contracts his, soldiers to fight the aliens. So that was a big thing, they cut that out. But what I'm hoping is that also a nuclear reactor can only last for about 20 years, as that's how long they about last for, before they kind of start
Go
going to
past
shit.
Half-Life.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You
That's why that's why when Shell in Portal, she gets fall to sleep and you see the comic, it's supposed to, you think that you've been asleep. Most fans think she's been asleep for like 1,000 years because the computer is glitching out saying, you've been in suspension for 9, but it's actually most likely only about 20 years because the nuclear reactor would have like exploded or failed a long time ago.
They don't really find those things to just explode.
Well, I know. I'm just saying it would have failed a long time ago. So it's most likely it's been 20 years. And what makes 20 years important is because that would time her almost perfectly with the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2 when Gordon is woken up. And so what I am hoping for so bad would be a two-player co-op, a team-up of Chell and Gordon. Portals, you have the portal puzzle aspect, and then you can combat with portals, like with actual enemies. That would be so awesome. You could have like co-op
Now
adventure.
you're thinking with portals.
Like,
So,
that would be
yeah.
so freaking good. I would give them all of my money. I would literally work I would work for forever. I would pay them $1,000
So
for
you mean
that
the
game.
best way to kill people is shoot a portal at the moon and then start shooting the second portal where the enemies land?
Basically.
I don't know.
You're sucking. Okay, that's something that did bother me about Portal.
Well,
Okay, you get sucked. Okay, you're fighting Wheatley. You get sucked through the portal on the other end, and you're in the moon. First of all, how come you're not frozen? I mean, let's be honest. The moon is so much more colder than the Earth is. And second of all, how are you still breathing? How come your head hasn't like?
I suppose it's because there's air rushing.
Yeah,
out
that's
as
my
well.
only explanation. But still, how come you're not freezing?
I don't know, because maybe it's heat. The facility is on fire. It could be very hot air.
The thermal it just doesn't seem to
No.
match, man.
Well, I know, but then again, Steven, it's a
Don't
game about
question
it's a game about
portals.
shooting portals in which aliens come from other
And how
dimensions
about
using a
solar
Zen crystal.
radiation? You know, the UV ray should have fried her.
How is Chell not dead already? She's in asbestos-lined areas, moved through swamp water. She's fallen from like massive
She should
heights.
be a walking tumor by the end of it.
She should be dead, but she's not, and she's just like casually like, oh, let's tie my jumpsuit against my waist, whatever. Like, screw this.
Yeah, no, I
noise,
think
like-
I think the only explanation would be like, whenever she would go to sleep, they'd probably do tests on her, modify, like just completely manipulate her her genetic structure, and just maybe splice some genes in there.
I
That,
think we're talking in the realm of science
Well,
fiction.
yeah.
in regards to the concept of fighting with portals, I can sort of, Avery's mouthing it so effing awesome right now, but they actually incorporated that into Dungeon Defenders a while back. There was an update where you actually could have a portal gun, and it gave you decent stats. But you could shoot a portal like at a surface, and you can teleport the mobs walking towards the crystal to a different area of the map. So you could have them do a huge loop through the map, or you can just get them to walk off into like lava or whatever.
Wait,
and that's how you do
I
Are
it.
think it'd be
those
so cool with-
tall enemies in Half-Life again? The
Pardon?
Tall ones, the one who they're kind of like, I can't-
Stalkers?
Yeah, I think that's what
Stalkers, they're like the lanky people with like kind of robot-y
yeah,
parts on them.
okay, well, here's the idea. Okay, one of them, like, tries to shove their foot at you or step on you. You shoot a portal, like, to the, like, left or right side, like, let's just say the side is skyscraper, and your leg tries to step on you, so you jump out of the way and shoot another portal. So your leg goes through another portal, and they kick themselves.
You could. I don't know. I'm just saying it would be so cool. But I'm saying like also puzzle-wise, because you have the gravity gun as well, you could actually do some pretty cool puzzles with that. Like
Yeah.
you could shoot stuff through portals, time it, like catch stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying even if you don't have the 2-player directly as the storyline, even if you have a single player and you can like switch off,
That would still be cool.
that would still be awesome. I just really think they have to like be in a game together because I do see as much as I know that a lot of fans always had a slight grudge against Portal from taking place of any possible Half-Life 3. I do have to say I like Chell and that series too much to give it up, and I'll tell you one more reason why I think it is slightly possible. The main narrative drive for Half-Life right now is the Borealis, which happens to be an Aperture ship with a cargo on hold that we don't know, but most likely it's some sort of mass teleportation device. As you can see, there's like a dry dock in like one of the original things, and it's like teleported somewhere in the Arctic, and the aliens have already taken over. And so I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be cool if like somehow like GLaDOS contracts, like she can still access that ship or whatever, and she like contracts other people, like go rescue it as well. So there's like other like robots. I don't know. I'm just
How did just like what stops GLaDOS from turning them into like test subjects then?
what?
What stops us from turning them into test subjects?
Oh, I don't know.
But it's for science, guys.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying
everything's
I'm
fine.
saying like communicate to the boat, not like capture them, because that's like a bajillion wise. But it's like supposedly it teleported the entire ship there.
But there's definitely a lot of open air for like concept and a great game if they play it well. If they play it well.
If they do that, I will. I don't know. You're saying-
Actually, on the note of the next Portal and Half-Life, if I would not, the one game I would not want them to make another game version of would be Team Fortress 2. I cannot imagine there being a Team Fortress 3.
Team Fortress 2, but with more hats.
Well, I actually, the way that Team Fortress 2 is right now,
That's what also
they're-
bothers me about Team Fortress 2. They have a soldier class, and he doesn't have an option for a machine gun at all.
Yeah, it's true.
that's true.
That does bother me. I mean, it's a soldier class. I mean,
Well,
really
if you
look
want
at-
to use a machine gun, you have to go sniper and use a secondary and just
Yeah,
roll around with
exactly.
a submachine gun.
But I noticed that there's a limit in machine guns, with the exception of like the heavy and stuff. But like,
Actually, that is a cool concept. I
that
like
does,
I
that
like
does
how,
bother me. You have a soldier.
I like how Team Fortress 2 is right now. I like the balance of everything. That could be a cool concept of having like another class, like another third tier, or maybe another support class. But like, I wouldn't mind them adding another class. But I'm content with what they have with Team Fortress 2, and I don't want them to go and try to make a third game, because what they're doing with updates and everything right now, they just did this huge update, balance out a lot of the weapons, and now it's actually really like intense, and like you have to be really like close range these days. So I'm content with where Team Fortress 2 is right now. Maybe add a couple classes, that could be interesting. It might throw off the balance a bit, but it could be interesting to try to work with that. But other than that, I'm pretty well content with what Team Fortress 2 is, and I do not want them to try to Team Fortress 3.
Well,
Unless it's like graphics update.
yeah.
Well, they do updates for Team Fortress 2 a lot, which is nice.
Yeah, well, I'm saying one thing what you wouldn't need a Team Fortress 3 at all if you were going to keep updating is that just add more maps as well, right?
Well, they actually added 2 maps in the last update.
You see, that's what I'm saying. If you do that, there's no reason to. But so that's actually one thing I noticed building off of that same topic as well, but it's the same thing. Minecraft, the way that's gone forever because it's updated so much. What are they going to do? Make Minecraft 2? Like, when are they going to stop updating that game? You know what I mean? Because think about it. They will lose money if they only keep updating the game, right? Because there will be a lot less people buying the new game. But if they make a Minecraft 2, then, which is what the April Fool's joke was. They made a April Fool's Minecraft mod where, not Minecraft mod, where it's a custom jar and it's called Minecraft 2.0, and it has like a lot of like ridiculous things in it. Like
The
if you-
Wither was like pink or
the
something?
pink wither, if you feed an animal too much, they explode. They'll get fatter and explode. There's redstone bugs, so if you like use redstone too fast, a bug will spawn. I don't know. Like, I'm saying like that's kind of thing as well. So it's kind of, if it's the same idea. If you update a game too much, you will eventually lose money. Now, luckily, TF2 has something else going for them: the fact that you can buy stuff,
Yeah.
which is actually how they've made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, Team Fortress 2 is good in that sense that they can sustain their game by people buying lots of stuff for Team Fortress 2. And the economy and everything is going crazy right now. But that Team Fortress 2, they can sustain themselves and keep updating the game. But Minecraft, you can't do that anymore because once you buy the game, you have the game. They're going to update it and you're just going to have the game still. They can't say, no, you have to repay for the game. No, I have the right to own a game called Minecraft.
Well, I think that's the best thing about Mojang is they probably aren't going to make a Minecraft 2. I think they see sequels as only games you will need to have if they do a massive rehaul of the gameplay. So if you change the physics of Minecraft or anything like that, that couldn't be contained in a single update. You have to do it all in a sequel.
I feel so bad right now. I haven't played a single video game in like 4 months. I'm so out of it.
Well, that's whatever, man. I don't know.
Keep on updating me. Come on, keep it going.
There are horses in Minecraft now. I can tell you that there are horses.
Yeah.
You got
Actually,
keep on feeding me this stuff. Come on.
with the new Minecraft update, I feel like they added a lot of things that they're just trying to make like the overworld more interesting and make you want to do more stuff. But I feel like the next update that would really make me want to play Minecraft a lot more would either be new biomes.
They are.
Lots of more.
They're doing another biome. Jeb just tweeted a picture a few days ago of a canyons biome that they're working on.
I would
Yeah.
like my concept of what I need in Minecraft is either a new biomes, new dungeons, or something more adventure-y. Speak up.
That would be awesome.
That's what they're working for right now, because all texture packs don't work anymore. You have to use resource packs, which are a big thing, because resource packs actually also replace the sound and music in Minecraft.
Oh.
So that's a big step towards modding API. So they're basically getting everything ready. This is actually the first official update they've moved towards it, because they said, oh yeah, 1.3 mod API. Nope. Yeah, 1.4 mod API. Nope. 1.5 mod API. Nope. God damn it. So
1.6 mod API.
no.
We're working on it though.
We're working on it, but at least they have this now. So
It's gonna be there.
it is pretty cool, because remember when we were playing Wasted, which I actually want to introduce you to. As
Oh,
well?
yeah.
we should totally do some recording of that.
Yeah.
The resource pack. Remember, acts
We'll
as a
play
texture.
some when this is done.
Yeah. It acts as a texture pack, obviously, because it retextures everything to look like guns, but it also has gun sounds. Right when you fire it, it replaces the entire sound engine, which is the big step towards it. You realize?
Yeah,
so.
and plus, like, Wasted would not be the same if you didn't have those texture packs.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hoe to fire like seeds at you.
No, it wasn't season.
Whoa,
No,
we're talking about the garden hoe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that could go some weird directions, man.
Only because
Will,
you brought it
it was
up.
seeds, cocoa beans,
Yeah, this one's
sugar,
sweet, I'm
this
sorry.
type of stuff.
It's
That,
only awkward if we make it awkward.
Good point, Isaac. Good point.
well, we want to make it awkward
Unfortunately,
again.
you guys invited me here, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you
but
want-
as I was saying, like with mod API, that'd be nice, but something that would increase the adventure in Minecraft. Right now, it's just like, hey, yeah, I can go caving. Yeah, I've done this already. Been there, done that sort of thing for me. Of course,
villager quests. I think he talked about making villager quests, because remember, villagers
That would
now
be
have
nice.
houses. I think that villager quests would be a big thing.
that would be something that I would be willing to play for. Like have I have a personal goal of do like 100 quests for a series, and we'll just do these 100 quests. I would totally be into doing that. But like, as for what's going on right now, I need there needs to be something more adventure-wise. They do have a lot of stuff going for builders and other stuff, but the original reason I joined Minecraft was because of the amazing adventure aspects it has, and I just want something more adventure-y.
Yeah, I think the last few updates have been more for people who just want to build.
Yeah.
Truthfully, though, they did do a whole bunch of adventure updates to compare it. So
That's true.
That's why there's been a lot of building stuff, like the redstone,
Yeah.
the clay bricks. It's because they kind of went like this: adventure update. They had a whole bunch sprinting, critical hits. They did add in strongholds. They added Nether
temples.
Fortress, the temples. That was all for
That-
adventurer
that's
reason.
true.
And so now they're basically saying, all right, that was to appease adventurers. Now we're doing a whole bunch for builders. And I can see, yes, it is kind of a lull in that, but
They
I'm
haven't
positive
found
they will be getting.
They
stuff back
haven't
with that.
found the way to divide the work evenly. So you have the entire team working on one update, which is all focused on one. They need to have on one.
Split it.
Yeah, on one subject. They need to split it so that you have 3 people working on working on it, working at the adventure.
3 people working on modding, 3 people working on building.
Yeah, 3 people working on modding API, 3 people working on like
the adventure aspects,
and then another 3 people working on
the building aspects.
Yeah, the building aspect.
Well, like,
New
if they
redstone
ever do
contraptions.
this, adventure aspects, add biomes and better dungeons.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever heard of the Better Dungeons mod, that is like the difficulty I want. I cannot wait to be able to mod Minecraft easily, so I can put that mod in and just play like day in and day out again.
Yeah. You're not gonna be on TF2 every time, because every time I log in my computer and Steam goes on, it says Casper Grimshaw is playing Team Fortress 2.
No, that's
playing,
Daryl.
It's playing Team Fortress 2. It's playing Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is being played.
If only we had 4 arms. If
I don't know.
only.
I'm just.
And 2 heads.
Yeah,
If
because
we were
we can
just
play.
2 people, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can play
Psychically
Minecraft
linked.
and Team Fortress 2. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. I'm just gonna very briefly thought we should show our sensitive sides and talk about movies that we cried at. You know, we have to tell the viewers. You know, we're not just
God damn it, man.
we're not just these, you know, hyper masculine people that they make us out to be. We have a
However,
sensitive
I
side.
remember when we were forced to go see
Oh
Twilight
God
that one
damn
time.
it, man.
So Steve
You
and
guys
I-
cried at Twilight?
No.
we went to we
No.
were forced to go watch Twilight
No.
together, and we basically just laughed and made fun of it the entire.
That's because I have a
movie.
really dark sense of humor.
It was really funny. We were laughing.
I
over
saw The
pepper spray.
Conjuring, and I laughed through the entire thing. I'm sorry. I found everything hilarious. Even The Purge. The Purge I even found hilarious.
Oh my god.
Remember when Isaac was into Twilight?
Hey, how about
You were
everyone?
into
Yeah.
When
Where's
we
the
first
fire
started.
axe? I need the fire axe.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone goes through phases, and I went, shit! Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Everyone goes through these phases, and mine went for a bit of a effeminate
You
phase.
mean prepubescent feminine phase?
Yeah! Because I was 11 years old.
I would just like to point out
So wait,
that
you into Justin
Jeez,
Bieber
Bugs,
too?
No! Because I'm 16, and I like classical music. I'm not a...
Oh, up high for impossible.
Yes! Like, pretty much...
That's a
vaguely
better high
related-
five than the one you just got, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Steven, please
I think-
never hit me.
I just said that too.
I think a high five to it with making contact with the hand is better than a high five making contact with the back.
Well,
You got the defense stat for it. So you're-
you have to put that in the next intro. Just the.
Oh god damn it!
Yeah, no, I'm definitely putting that in.
That's
No.
what happens when you upset a homeless person. Oh god!
You're next.
Oh great.
Oh wait, great, the audio cable's there. You're saved by the audio cable.
Yes! And my dog.
So anyway, no, I did like the books, and then I started reading good books, and then I realized how bad those books are.
So wait, which movies have you guys seen over like this month of the summer?
This month, I haven't seen any movies.
I-
Well, I saw Face Off with some friends recently, but
Oh.
What were some of those movies? Okay, I saw Iron Man 3, of course. They'll
Yes.
never see me coming.
yeah.
You know,
I haven't seen that yet. It's
Um,
pretty good. I
it's pretty
want to
good.
see that. I need to see
Well, wait. Let me get this straight. I've watched more movies than you guys, and I'm homeless.
that. Well, I've been watching a lot of movies I've already seen, just sort of like recapping some stuff.
I don't know that
rewatched.
much.
Okay. Yeah.
I rewatched The Dark Knight Rises this weekend.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Just as a recap. Okay, you guys pay for your movies, obviously. You know, I don't have the money to do that, so I am like Pirates Bay is my best friend. Yes, I'm advertising Pirates Bay right now.
Yeah, we pay for everything.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I did. All of my friends who have Ableton outside of school all pirated their stuff. I legit paid for mine.
I can't afford to do that.
Well,
Well, actually,
my
mine was at student
laptop
discount.
is like Davy Jones's locker, man. It's like everything in here, from Microsoft Word to like Photoshop.
If some
is, pirated.
if some SOPA supporter saw that, they'd like have a heart attack.
So you'll never get me.
just runs with his laptop in the
See the
air.
rooftops. Just kidding. Well, anyway, well, I've seen, as I said, The Conjuring, Pacific Rim, Batman, like Dark Knight Rises, the trilogy, Iron Man 3. I think I just watched 21 Jump Street. That was okay.
That's a good. I like that.
Amazing Spider-Man. Wow, I've already like talked to you guys already.
So
Hooray for the interwebs.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, what I watched recently, even though it didn't come out recently, was The Great and Powerful Oz. See, I wasn't expecting anything out of that movie, but I thought it might be fun because it's just, it's expanding upon the Wizard of Oz thing. And the summer camp I was working at, the theme was the Wizard of Oz.
Wait, which one do you work for?
I worked at the Avenue Road Art School.
I worked at Willow Grove up in Useville. So.
But it was, it was cool. So I thought, hey, it's kind of,
Why
it's
not?
kind of fun. I was not expecting anything from it. The story was cliche. Most of the actors didn't fit their roles at all, but it felt like it worked in Oz, right? Like people were still like, kind of kooky. The comedy was there, but it was still just kind of cool how they worked everything out. Certain things I was, terribly annoyed from, plot inconsistencies because that's me. But I thought, what? It was still a fun movie. I don't have to care about at this point, I'm just throw that aside with Transformers. Like there was just pointless whatever. It's canon fodder.
Transformers is written by directed by Michael Bay, and Michael Bay movies only go one direction.
Yeah. And it's just canon fodder.
Just like anything with Hans Zimmer directing the music goes done.
No, and then
I would just like
The
to point
Hans
out
Zimmer
that
noise. Okay,
I just
we
wanna-
need to insert the Hans Zimmer noise right here.
I would just like to point out that you said all movies directed by Michael Bay go in one direction. So when you said that, I started thinking of I thought One Direction.
No, you weren't thinking about
in
the
the
band.
middle of I was thinking of the band in the middle of Transformer being blown up.
Okay.
Being
you're
blown-
you're not protected by the
I
wire.
said being blown up by Michael Bay.
Tell that to the viewers, please.
Okay, so I'm protecting myself, but I pictured, and in like a middle of Transformers fight, One Direction singing for like half a sentence and then getting blown up by an explosion.
Talking about that ruins my imagine. Great man, thank you. You put an image in my brain that you just did not want to see. The fact that One Direction was there in my brain,
I'm sorry.
you spoiled it.
Okay, so
I'll now need to meditate for a week in order to get that back out of there.
there's a Michael Bay film called The Rock, and it's absolutely amazing.
Because it's true.
Ew. What
There's
did you tell me?
what?
Off-screen banter. I'm sorry.
Yep, off-screen banter.
There's a Michael Bay film that I think you guys should watch. It's called The Rock. It stars Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
I was looking for Dwayne
Oh,
Johnson
God.
somewhere.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
There's
God.
Dwayne Johnson in a movie called The Rock.
Oh God.
Okay, no pun.
It would be great, but no.
They wasted a good time. But
Yeah, I know.
Could have put a great pun right there.
Yeah, no, but it is Michael Bay with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Oh God.
It's amazing. Another movie I saw recently, I mentioned this in the podcast, I think last episode, I saw This Is the End. That was also a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I kind
That's
of want
supposed
to.
to be
though,
really
'cause it's supposed to be
So
really
are we
It
gonna
is.
go back to
It's
movies that we
but yeah.
cried
The
at?
movies we
Original topic.
cried at.
I'm just gonna go.
None.
Last night.
None of them.
Last night, I was gonna point out that this is gonna be the biggest one. Is for me as an older kid. I'm saying not like when you were a kid that made you cry. All right. Last night's my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies is Wreck-It Ralph. All right. That movie. It was a Disney movie. I was not expecting too much from it. I thought, hey, it's just gonna be basically video game references here there. They didn't have to make it good, but they did.
It was awesome.
It was
I want to see
incredibly.
that.
That's a movie that I need to see.
It was
Okay,
incredibly
I don't
well
know
written.
here.
I'm gonna tell you the ending part where he's
Cue
basically
the internet.
he's like Ralph is like going. He's like, well, you know what?
Wait,
I'm
I
not
mean,
such a good
I
guy.
know, hold on.
All right, he's
leaving the room.
he's leaving. So there's no spoilers. You
Dylan
know,
will be back
Ralph
shortly.
Ralph is like reciting his the bad guy, bad and non kind of oath, and he's just saying, it's just like essentially he's like sacrificing his life to save the Vanellope, who's the little
Whoa!
Bush
Should we
character.
did we say spoiler alerts anywhere?
Screw spoiler words. This boy.
Well, Dylan
Then-
left the room because of that.
That's his problem. I don't know why he hasn't seen this movie yet.
It's
Alright, so for you guys, spoiler warnings.
Yeah.
Okay, continue, Avery.
Okay, regardless. No, you're not allowed back.
You're not allowed
Okay,
back,
so
Dylan.
basically
You're still spoiling stuff.
He's sacrificing his life. He's jumping into to this volcano to light up a beacon to save this.
Let's simplify it here, just so we don't have so many spoilers.
He's saving his basically one of his only friends, all right, because she can't escape this world, the game or whatever, and so he's reciting the fact it's like, I'm a bad guy and nobody likes me and I'll never be treated as a good
I'm okay
guy,
with that.
but I'm okay with that, and as long as I
As
can
he's doing the most
a
heroic thing.
thing ever, and he's like, but I'm okay with that. He's like looking at the thing she gave her. It says like, you are my hero, and he's just like, and I'm okay with like killing myself as long as I save her.
Oh,
and I'm just like, and I was like, oh my gosh,
cruel
This is a
irony.
Disney movie. It's about video game references. Why am I almost crying? I didn't cry at any of the other movies. Holy gosh! And I basically was like this.
I'm walking back now.
Yeah, Dylan can come back now.
Anyways, that was mine. Wreck-It Ralph.
okay.
For
Yeah.
me, Toy Story 3.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
End of an era, because
Another movie I need to watch.
it's great. When I saw it in theaters twice,
Steven will have to
Uh,
leave now.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I saw it in theaters twice, and just at the end, I was crying because Toy Story 1 I watched when I was
when
very young.
when
Yeah.
we were like
I watched
4.
first and second. I haven't watched
Like,
When
the
we
way
were-
I only had that, I always had like a VCR where we VCR'd it off of the TV. So whenever I watch it, it always starts with the first 5 minutes out of it, and it always has like a whole bunch of old ads from like the early.
Yeah.
I
2000s.
remember those. Oh, some of those
And,
old
and it's just that
ads.
kind of nostalgia. I know what you mean.
Yeah, so like
We watched those when we were
seeing
4.
the end to that, you see how the characters grow, and you see just how things have to move on, and it made me cry every time I saw it.
Well, it's not.
I looked around the theater when I was in theaters, and I saw like most people were crying, and I was like, I'm actually genuinely sad right now. I actually could probably cry if I really wanted to, but I don't want to right now.
Like,
I just know.
the
See,
Sec-
Dylan, I don't know what's the story. The saddest part I think of that movie is when they're going into the fire pit.
Yeah,
and they all just like.
Yeah.
that's when I was.
Right, I saw
Yeah.
I saw a YouTuber edit.
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah, that was the point. I was like, oh my god, this is it. They're gonna die. Oh my god,
And
this is how they're gonna.
I know, and then it saves them. But I was like, I think that was just like so sad. It's just like we're all gonna accept their death,
I
but
was-
we're at
was-
least as family. This is like, this is freaking dark subject matter. Like,
Yeah, no, but
And then, I remember there's this YouTuber online who edited the ending of the movie where it just faded out to black at the end of it instead, and I felt so sorry for his mom. I felt so sorry. She was crying all the way through.
But like that I looked around and during that scene and everyone was crying and I was like, oh my god, this is it. Oh my god.
no,
Oh my
even
God.
even during the second time I saw it, during that last scene, I'm like, I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Now this makes me feel like a terrible person because when
Like,
when that
and
scene
I cried.
like
Yeah.
when that scene happened, I don't know. I'm an ass when it comes to movies. Like for instance, if you're like listening to a movie and they have a narrator and the main character is also the narrator and he's about to die, but you realize he's also narrating the story, so he's gonna live.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, see,
but that's bad writing.
I-
mean,
yeah.
that's just.
I always have that sort of like background information. It's like this is a Disney movie; they're not going to die.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, I spoil movies that way, but it's the way I think.
No, yeah, that happens to me as well. When I find like a plot hole or like I'm like,
Only reason why I
this
didn't
person's
cry.
narrating it. Either he's narrating it after he died, or he didn't die.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that was. I just bring on the story. It's a
That
really
reminds
quick
me of
tangent.
Kick-Ass.
Do you remember there's the Disney movie Tangled or whatever?
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, he says, it's Flynn talking. It's like, this is the story of how I died. Okay, well, one, there's a problem with that. If this is the story of how you died,
You
then
just-
how the hell are you talking to me?
Oh, that's true.
Number
afterlife.
two, you don't die in it at all. What's with that? I watched the whole movie. I don't think I see
Well,
why.
it might be like a.
I didn't
character
watch
trait
the
that
end.
dies.
I didn't watch the end of that. I watched up to like
Fair point.
when like there was the drop moment where like where she saw him boating away or whatever the shit.
Whatever this shit.
Whatever.
Is that a phrase the kids use nowadays? Yeah, whatever the shit.
Uh,
Hey Harry, hey, what's that? What's it carrying? Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's like it's just. Are you sure? I would like to see. Oh, whatever the shit.
Whatever the shit.
welcome to today's society.
Welcome to Knights of the Round Table or whatever the shit.
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 Should we move on to the next subject?
Oh
Okay.
wait, just wait. Before we end the movie subject, I just want to. Do you have any anticipated movies?
The Hobbit.
Oh, you mean the second part of Hobbit?
The second part of
It's in
Hobbit?
Hobbit already out.
Oh,
Does someone
okay.
need to be slapped?
Because of course we cannot have just a movie section, not have
Yeah.
anticipated movies.
That's
Um,
true.
Sorry, you can go. You can go.
Yeah, well, like I said, the next part of The Hobbit I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I actually rewatched The Hobbit in July, and I was at the end of that. I'm like, okay, time to watch the. Wait, I can't watch the next one yet. Damn it! I was so
You
sad.
haven't
I
watched
was
The
like,
Lord of the Rings.
I want to watch more. Like,
No, it was the first Hobbit was great. I'm looking forward to the next one, but I'm really looking forward to this is the end. No,
You
You've already
watched
seen that.
it?
I'm thinking End of the
Rewind.
World. It's the new Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Edgar Wright movie.
Yes, I want to see the Simon Pegg movie.
Yeah, it's
I'm almost thinking of watching
I'm-
Star
I'm
Trek
okay
2,
right now.
Star Trek, the next Star Trek, just to like watch Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg's great. But it's like, it's the three that made Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz back together again to do another movie. Paul was great, but without Edgar Wright directing it, it didn't feel as good as Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. So,
Hot Fuzz is a good movie.
Hot Fuzz is
Hot
hilarious.
Fuzz is a good movie. Me, on my half, I'd probably say, sorry people who hate mainstream, but it's probably going to have to be Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry, it comes out in what, August the 16th?
I think so.
Yeah. That's something I'm kind of interested
We'll be back 3 days after
Like,
that, so.
the first one was great, especially
guys
because
will be?
Nicolas Cage was in it.
We'll be back on the 19th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be
my
right.
most anticipated movies are actually pretty much almost all of the Marvel ones that have been pre-planned. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Galaxy.
I'm looking forward to
Yes.
Winter,
Ant-Man.
Winter Soldier,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Yep, I'm looking forward to the Avengers 2.
Darkness 4.
What?
Wait, did you. Wait, what was the last
God
one?
Lightning.
Oh yeah,
So-
Thor. Yeah, Dark World. Yeah, Thor to the Dark. I'm basically just looking forward to all the
a lot of Marvel
movies.
stuff is gonna be really interesting.
'Cause-
I'm actually want to keep up with Marvel
And
now,
have-
especially because of the
Television
next
show.
Avengers.
You have a television show.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? That pissed me off actually because I was fooled. They told me, "Hey, it's gonna be Agent Coulson's gonna be starting." I'm like, "Wait, are they gonna bring him back?" Right? Shield can do anything. They got like a whole bunch of science. They can bring people back from the dead. No, it's in the past, just before the Avengers, and that made me like, it's gonna be cool, but that still just made me lose like a lot.
Well-
of this. Like you don't want to tell
They
me that
killed
character's like
Coulson.
in it if you kill
Well,
freaking Coulson.
They want
That's
to
another movie I cried at.
Well,
Why
they-
do you kill
Oh
Coulson?
yeah.
Well, they don't want to like do a Disney death sort of thing where the guy comes back to life. You know,
Well-
they want to keep things canon.
I wouldn't
guess.
necessarily like Disney. That was actually Shakespeare.
Yeah,
they
good.
pulled that in Winter's Tale.
I didn't read Winter's Tale.
They pulled that in Winter's Tale. Someone dies and bring her back to life.
I'm sorry.
Was it Falstaff?
No, in Winter's Tale, the mother dies and she gets brought back to life at the end.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't read a Shakespeare book yet, nerd.
It's been out since like the 1500s, guys.
If you haven't read it yet, then
You suck.
I haven't read it yet. Just for the record.
You suck.
Well, I haven't
I've
read
had
it
500
either.
years to read.
Either. Jesus. I suck at English.
Okay, so so that's that. Let's just briefly before we finish off with our last one, let's talk briefly about the new Doctor.
I'm useless in this conversation.
Okay.
So much.
Absolutely
Okay.
useless.
Okay, do I mean as we'll take over
Let's
then?
start talking about this stuff now.
Okay,
All
well
right.
you guys go to that then. So the 12th Doctor was finally announced, and his name is Peter Capaldi.
Wait, let me get this straight. There's only supposed to be 13 doctors, right?
No, there can be as many. We like the writer. What's his name again?
Steve
Moffat.
Moffat.
He announced that the Doctor can regenerate as many times as he fucking wants
Okay,
to.
so money making.
Yeah, it basically means he'll keep regenerating
Cash cow.
until they.
Well,
until
since
the
the,
actual
next
time.
since the beginning, it's just the regeneration is a genius concept, really, because it allows the show to go on for as long as people are watching it.
Till the end of time.
Yeah, so people can just keep watching it. You'll have these different actors have their different takes on these on this one character, and it's interesting because they don't say you have to be the same person. They say you're going to be an aspect of this character. Like you can change. You have to be similar, but you don't have to be the same.
Yeah, you basically have to grab. It's kind of like what they do is that they say, "Here's the character." Then you can take one point of that character, and then you exaggerate on that, and then you'll create more points, and then basically it kind of keeps evolving and evolving
Yeah.
until there's only usually about one common thread between all of them.
Yeah, I've only started watching Doctor Who very recently.
Lame.
So I'm only on. I just started watching from Christopher Eccleston,
Mhm.
who is awesome.
Yeah.
Harrison's gonna be so sad he missed his conversation.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna be miserable. But that's what you get for being out of the
That's what
country.
you get for being Harrison, who's out for everything.
I'm better
Harrison,
than Harrison.
Harrison, can you draw a comic for me, please? Sorry, Avery, I have too much work to do everything. Hey, Harrison, want to do something? Sorry, I'm out doing everything else.
We just stayed in contact, man. I
Oh.
could've drawn comics for you.
You will?
I can assist. I'm not as good as.
You're probably not as good as Harrison, no
Yeah,
offense. I'm
probably.
just. But it's hard with Harrison because it's hard to judge his drawings if he never fucking draws. Anyways, sorry.
Anyway,
Doctor.
Doctor Who.
At least Harrison's willing to do it for free. Cough, cough.
No, it's pretty amazing how you see the differences in the Doctor. So I'm really interested to see how the new 12th one's going to take, like how his approach is going to be to it. Because you have Christopher Eccleston, who's very dark but still a little quirky. You have Matt Smith, who's very elastic in the way he moves and very quirky.
He's very emotional, actually, as well. And then you have Then you have, of course, David Tennant, who is just awesome at everything.
See, I haven't seen any David Tennant.
Oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for a
I
treat.
have about, like, I don't know, 6-7 episodes.
I'm just gonna let you know. Matt Smith, one thing you know with him as a doctor is that he basically gets emotional really, really seriously. Like he will someone gets angry, someone dies, he'll be like he'll get upset, he'll like start kicking stuff. If something really happy, like he'll basically get angry really fast. David Tennant is basically he's more stoic. Like you know that he does feel sad and angry, but he doesn't show it as much, which kind of carrying on that slightly darker aspect from Christopher Eccleston. But Matt Smith actually has a lot of really dark moments. Like I'm not even lying. Like in some of the most recent episodes, it's not going to give you the context at all, but he like legit actually almost directly kills a person. Like he directly kills the antagonist, right? And that's not something you'd think the Doctor is kind of like Batman. Like he only lets the bad guy die because of their own like fault, because of their own faults.
Yeah.
Right. This time he directly. He could have just rescued the person and left. He like rescues the person and then makes the bad guy die. Like I'm not going to spoil how or when. I'm just going to say he just like legit. I'm like. Did he just, like, kill that guy? Because that's, like, that's pretty dark. I mean, he just, like, he pretty much directly did that. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. There's a missile heading towards the ship. He basically takes the thing that the missile is tracking, puts it on the bad guy's ship, teleports out of there, that guy dies.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, whoa. Like, and of course he was getting all angry, so that's why he does that. But it's you're in for a treat. But
I'm also really excited because I'm hoping to finish up to, the most recent season before the next one starts.
Yeah.
So I can actually be up to date and really witness the change between the Doctors.
Yeah.
Now, do we want to have one more before we end this, or?
Oh well, we have the poetry book.
Right.
We have the poetry book. So we're gonna. Did you find a poem?
We found a pretty funny poem.
All right. Would you like me to read it dramatically?
Yes.
All right.
Wait.
Actually,
This is the first installation of
Yeah.
story time at Knights at the Round Table. Please enjoy, sit back, and drink your hot
Let's
cocoa.
each take a few verses here.
All right. So I will start reading. I'll take the
Title
first. I'll take the first. How many is this? Is this when it ends, or does it keep going? Oh, it keeps going. All right. How about we each take a page? We'll alternate pages. All right.
Okay.
So the first one.
What's it called?
This poem is called "To My Friend, the Total Loser"
Oh, thank you very much.
by Dennis Lee.
Oh, that's irony. My last name's Lee.
Let me start. Excuse me. Thank you. Some people think we can't be friends because our kidding never ends. But I made up this perfect rhyme to say you're not a piece of slime. So if you'll kindly hold your peace, I'll read, ta-da, my masterpiece. Isaac, if you will.
A person needs a friend a lot, and a friend is what I'm glad I've got. So thank you. There it said, I feel my face becoming red, and I wish you wouldn't grin that way. Your mouth looks like an ice cube tray, and even though you're such a jerk, with your feeble jokes and your goofy smirk, I'm here to say, you really rule. You're smarter than a wooden stool. And sweeter than a garbage dump. And cleaner than a horse's rump.
I like the way you save on socks. You wear them till they're hard as rocks. And I think those crooked teeth are keen. Your mouth looks like a slot machine. And every time I see you grin, I stick another quarter in. You make me laugh till we trip on chairs. One day we nearly fell downstairs.
This is Bodhi's verse.
This is the intermission.
Yo, dog, stop barking at people, you jerk!
But still, you're kind of brave, I guess. Your no means no, your yes means yes. And even when it makes you shrink, you say the things you truly think. In fact, your mouth is never closed. Your tonsils blush, they're so exposed. Is this about you, Avery?
My tonsils blush. I don't have tonsils. It can't be about me.
Okay. And your tweety voice is never quiet. Yeah, totally about Avery. They must put birdseed in your diet. But still you know when we kid a lot, the time for kidding, the time for not.
Thank you. 'Cause often things I'd say to you, I'd hide if other people knew. You choke me up, you make me sneeze. I've caught you like a rare disease. I'd like to come and rub your back, I'd like to feed your crackerjack. I'd like to feed your crackerjack. And I'd like to rub your back. That's very strange.
It's
Like-
now we're talking about Isaac.
Okay, it's interesting. And send you messages in code and ride along you like a road. Ride along you like a road.
That sounds.
That's not sexual at all.
That's to
And
say,
oh, and this is even worse. And bath you till your fleas are gone, and stuff you like a mastodon. Okay, what the? Is this guy like some weird mass murderer, like rapist guy?
Or if you think sexually.
Or is it just Isaac?
And let's hang out in Kendall Park. There's still an hour before it's dark. 'Cause some things last and some things end. I want you always for my friend.
The end.
Wait, I just want to take a note. In this poem, I saw this small poem, side poem right here. It basically says, "Roses are red, violets are black. If I was your mother, I'd give you back."
And then I found another one right here. Get out of my face, get off my case, or I'll murder-lize you from the human race.
So this is also about ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get this straight. There's like 3 white people here, and I'm Chinese. Wait, this is pretty inverse.
Okay,
I'm
so
Jewish, so it's fine. I'm another minority.
I'm not trying to
so
be racist
just
here.
to let
it's
you know,
who are at the
just let you
table.
know, if you would like to follow along with the poem for us next time, this is the poem book So Cool, all right, and it is by Dennis Lee.
Who's not related to me. My
Right.
name's Steven.
Dennis
not
Lee.
Dennis.
So I'm sure you can find this at your local Indigo
Or whatever it
Or
is.
whatever
in the States.
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes & Noble. Go look for this So Cool, and maybe you can follow along with a poem of us next time. And if you do, that'd be great. With that, I suppose we will end this humble podcast.
What should we end this on? I think we should probably end this on a nice soundbite for them to listen to.
Whatever the
Soundbite?
shit.
Yeah, whatever the shit.
Whatever the shit. Dr. Sun Chips with liver.
Oh, we didn't
The
say
dip.
who we were sponsored by, or we should be
Are we
sponsored by.
Okay,
We're
we're
not
sponsored by
sponsored.
So
We aren't
Cool by Dennis Lee.
Yeah.
And
Done.
Crush Orange and Sun Chips sponsor
Yeah.
us.
Gosh, actually, we're sponsored by the color orange. This episode of Knights of the Round Table was brought to you by the color orange.
And the letter F.
Fucking failure!